Okay, putting the sushi on my plates. You certainly can't get this kind of treatment at a cheap conveyor belt sushi place. You can call it cheap, but I probably would be interested in going to such a place at some point. And not all of them are cheap, to my knowledge. Now then. Wow, it's plump, springy, and thick. It really looks delicious. I'll just put some soy sauce in it and pop it in my mouth. Oh, that's amazing. The squid is a little bland, but the al dente texture and the unique taste complement each other beautifully. Okay, now that I have worked up an appetite, the next one is... That was delicious. Oh, fun stuff. That was absolutely delicious. So this is what an expensive sushi place is like. You never knew what you were talking about, did you? Yeah? Well, at least I didn't just order fish eggs. Everything you've ordered is eggs. You're obsessed. Also, when you left the restaurant, you said, "Oiso," didn't you? I just want to try it out once. Is that not right? Oiso comes from the term oiso with sakusa. It is used only by the staff to talk to the customers, never the other way around. Oh. Hey, Anne, wouldn't it be the best if you wrote the report? Cool, that's great. That way I can focus on the eating part. Hey, don't just ignore me.
Oh dear.
Okay, this says that the fourth one is supposed to be up on the fourth floor here. The third one.
I can describe why I think escargot works with butter. Well, what is that? It's nice on the air flavor, but the flavor along with the texture is what makes it work.
Okay.
So I could tell you to try escargot, at least one. And for squid, there's some good. I never thought I would try it, but until I saw one Korean recipe of spicy barbecued squid tentacles over a grill, and it actually looked crispy and good.
Okay, and this is where the last one is. Wow, this place sure does have a lot of menu options for a tea house. Curry, pancakes, salty mackerel set meat. Looks like this place serves all kinds of food. So, what are you having? How do you have an egg set meal? Free second helping. This is the egg and rice place that Kyoko said had an all-you-can-eat buffet. But they have a rice omelet meal as well. Rice omelet. I should try that sometime, maybe. I'm blanking on what it is exactly, but I think it's basically like rice wrapped in omelet or something.
I'm not sure, but I think I've seen different versions of it.
Yeah, different places will likely have different variants of certain meals anyways. Yeah, I should maybe try that sometime. Alright, let's go inside. And what do you want to order? Let's see. A tea house? Cool, I like the retro feel of this place. The menu has so much on it, I really can't choose. The Neapolitan pasta. Obviously the best pasta is from my pasta restaurants, but I like this place. Okay, I'll go for it. Your Neapolitan, sir. Here you go. Nice bread, right tomato sauce on thick spaghetti. Well, this place really does good Neapolitan pasta. And look at the chopped sausage on top. I can't resist.
That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah. After the taste of the tomato sauce is gone, the spice of the chili comes in strong. This is no kid's dish. Not bad at all. Well, the thing about putting grated cheese on top is some people put it on before they start, whereas I prefer to add it halfway through. One thing I sometimes do when we have pasta dishes, because we typically don't serve it on the... We don't put it directly on the plate when serving, we just have the pans on the table, and we just scoop from that ourselves. But I often do is just get the pasta, put cheese on that, take the sauce, put on that, and then put another round of cheese on it. Not like half an inch thick or something, but just a bit between each layer.
Surprised considering how you're with your interesting relation to cheese. So you said you don't like cheese or hamburger.
Yeah, on the hamburgers, I think I find that it typically overpowers it, or at least the typical kinds of cheeses that they use for that, like the quote-unquote American cheese, which is closer to a dairy product than actually cheese, I believe it's officially called.
That I can see. I would recommend just use Gouda, but also use something that's a bit more spicy, so the Gouda doesn't overwhelm. Something that complements the Gouda and mix well with it.
That's it was delicious. Stuffed again. The price and taste are astonishingly good. The range of foods on the menu is very wide. This is what you expect from a Nakano restaurant. Now, with some places it is good to have a wide selection of things, and you can attract a wide range of customers as well. But if you go too broad with everything, then you end up at a point where you're not able to cook all the dishes properly. Because with restaurants, you do expect a higher quality of food in general. So if your food ends up being subpar because there's too many dishes, yeah, then that's very bad. That's one thing you often see with those kitchen nightmare shows like Gordon Ramsay's is, that they basically shotgun the menu instead of just focusing down on stuff they actually can do.
Yeah, and also, if you're gonna have a wide menu, make it properly well organized. Me and Hill roleplayed a lot, and I was in charge of a menu that someone else had made, and it was a nightmare to navigate, and I got in charge to actually change it. And people did like it that I removed a lot, but also made it easier to use.
Yeah, and sometimes you just have dishes that are too close to each other, like different kinds of pasta that basically narrow down to the same thing.
Yeah, I ended up organizing it proper, but even added new recipes to that menu in that game. But at one point I just told people, no, I'm not accepting new recipes or drinks and such. It's getting too cluttered. I already sort of remove again. I did not want it to become a labyrinth to navigate through.
Yeah, and even on we're going on this for quite a bit now, but even on the customer side, having too many options is not a good thing, because then you get choice paralysis, where people just don't know what to fucking pick.
Indeed, and I felt like we were getting to that in US too, but I still heard people wanting me to add a new drink all the time. Then I said, no, I'm not adding more drinks. I'm not adding more drinks.
Anyways, moving on. Yeah, looks like this place has a lot of regulars. No, you were really hungry today. It's the first time I've ever seen one single human stomach take that much that's like such a beating. I think I'm done with this report. Time to get it back to the office. Did you write the report, Anne? Yeah, the report is good, but it's a pain in the ass to read. While we were eating, this guy just kept talking to himself and never spoke a word to the rest of us. Well, I never thought you'd have such a talent for writing reports. So, by the way, who is this undercover tester client anyway? He kept his true name hidden. I only know his web handle, so I don't actually know. Didn't you refer to them as a she before, Kyoko? Anyway, even if I knew, I have to keep that information confidential, so I couldn't say. Huh? Oh, come on, Kyoko, I really want to know. This undercover examiner, who the hell is he? Okay, hand that one in. Then the rank up and an expansion for the bank. Real Cyber Sleuth, really? You must be ready to burst after all those restaurants. How about some coffee? Yuki can try new blends. Yuzu, koshi, and sour cream. And yeah, no.
I don't know what the first one is. A sour cream in coffee? Okay, I don't drink coffee to begin with. But even I feel like sour cream and coffee doesn't seem like something that should mix.
And normal cream would work, so... I'm not sure how well sour and bitter would combine, though. It would probably be up to someone's tastes, but... probably not most.
I think I had something taste sour and bitter, but it was due to eating a Red Delicious, which is a damn tasty apple, but they have one problem. You don't know they gone bad until it's too late when you bite too close to the core.
Yeah. Oh, hello, what
But
have
it's
we
just
there?
powdery, something powdery thing that just tastes sour and bitter. You will basically gag. Primal.
Let's get one of these. Actually, I probably should buy a few of these just to be able to switch to them for different episodes. And I kind of want to see what the hell this one looks like. Now, what is this? It feels like something's out to kill.
Oh, this.
A case came in from Detective Matayoshi. Hurry up and come. But you felt something ominous in the air just now? Since when have you been so superstitious? It's probably nothing. Let's get back here so we can get to work already. Let's see if there's no case.
Oh dear.
I'm reminded of a specific yokai of which I remember the name. Not that I would be able to pronounce the names of like 99% of them. But the ones I'm reminded of are those sickle weasels. Let's see if that has anything to do with what we have here now.
Don't you mean the sickle weasels?
Yeah.
You said wheel.
At least I tried to say sickle weasel, but could be that I misspoke, yeah. Broad daylight.
And
An
I
invisible
know this
slasher
place.
is rampant in Shinjuku. Catch the culprit before something serious happens. Please help. And another bank expansion. I think those are used automatically.
Ever since we started this game, I've been wondering, wonder how he'll be react when he get to this mission.
Alright. There's been a string of some real oddball incidents lately out in Shinjuku. Cars, trees, building exteriors, they're all getting sliced up. And with clean cuts too, like someone took a real sharp knife to them. Thankfully, nobody has actually gotten hurt by this so far. Right now, it's just a case of trying to curb vandalism we're dealing with here. But it's heavy-duty stuff getting damaged here. Imagine if people start getting targeted somewhere as dense as Shinjuku. It'd be a real problem. I already get nervous around freaking kitchen knives. As long as we don't know who's behind this, we can't predict what'll be next. And the police can hardly be bothered to get off their asses, and like this will help us. It's after the last incident. I see where this is going. Alright, we'll check it out for you. I've hacked into... I've politely borrowed access to a security camera in Shinjuku so we can check out what's been recording. What it's been recorded with. I don't see anything and I damn well don't hear anything right now either.
But that look!
Doesn't look like I can find any of the actual crime scenes. Though I'd wager that you've already checked on this much yourself. There's really nothing left on there, huh? I just found something interesting. Here's my trusty assistant from just a little while ago. Let's take a look. Wait, what was that flash of light just now? We just might have a real-life Kamaitachi on our hands here.
That's the one you spoke of.
Yeah. You've probably heard about them before from folktales, right? Kamaitachi are weasel spirits with claws as sharp as a sickle. To hear the stories tell it, they attack people by appearing inside a sudden whirlwind, cutting their victim's skin sharply in its wake. What probably really happens is that when people's skin gets really dry, it can get cut up by small rocks blowing in the wind. Or so we thought. Looking at this footage, I think it's safe to say that's no ordinary gust of wind. Knowing that, there could be an actual Hamatachi... I get the feeling I'm saying it wrong. Kamaitachi on the loose in Shinjuku. Putting fairy tales aside for the moment, what we do know is that light reflected off something. Maybe the wind somehow, or blades. I don't see how the wind can reflect light. Or maybe something else entirely. Who knows? But the light definitely skimmed really close to your head there in that footage. If you hadn't felt anything ominous back there, we might have seen your head pop off your shoulders. Better stay sharp. You can only stay lucky for so long, you know. Head back to Shinjuku and investigate the surrounding area. Detective Matayoshi and I will stay here to analyze the footage some more. Well, that was a real close call then. That's... Okay, I was half expecting a shirt with her face on it or something, but that makes more sense. Let's take this one on. Alright. Well, time to go weasel hunting then, I guess. And this one works oddly with, well, the skirt and such.
Yeah, looks damn good.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I kind of glad that they retroacted for things that were awesome with the second game and put it over here. You could customize her in this game, and they do it as well. Problem is, you could only customize them for the PP arena.
Okay. There's a thin line coursing through here that looks like a burn mark. A burn mark? You found a burn spot, you say? Anything else of note you found there? What's wrong? Does something feel off again? The flash of sunlight reflected off a window and blinded you. Hey, looks like you froze Kyo for the time being. Oh wait, there she goes. She's moving again. Guess she's looking something up. Once she's like this, she's lost in her own world. No point trying to talk with her. Looks like she'll be at it for a while. I hate ordering you around since you don't work for me, but would you mind looking around for more clues for us? We've had a lot of reports about this phenomenon come into the police department, so there could definitely still be something left to find. Hear me by your friends. They're cool. There's Ryoto and Sakura at school, and Nokia and Narata I met online. And yeah, that was Fan Beamon. This is a very cute version of Beamon. There's another one of those burn marks on the sidewalk here. Well, hey, it's me. I figured out what's going on. The culprits, whoever they are, is using reflections to their advantage. Have you ever heard of the walkie-talkie building? It's a super tall skyscraper in London that was at the center of a really bizarre incident. Basically, there were cars parked nearby it that mysteriously had parts of them melted and warped. Oh, I heard about this one again recently. We just continued to dodge these things as they attack. The cause of it was the building's windows. The panes were installed in such a way they reflected a sunbeam potent enough to damage the car. In this instance, though, we're not dealing with sun rays. Judging from the flash of light and those burn marks you found, we're probably dealing with lasers here. But this isn't your ordinary laser pointer we're talking about. Only weapons-grade lasers could leave such deep marks. The question is how someone managed to set them up all around Shinjuku and fire them off without people spotting them. There hasn't been any big power surges in the area. Could there be batteries? No wait, the digital wave readings are fluctuating weirdly. Don't tell me they're using the digital waves as a substitute for microwaves in an impromptu maser? If that's the case, then... Hey, think you can trust in my deductions and your good luck to pull us through? Still dodging lasers here. Let's just hurry and do something. I like that attitude. Then here's the deal. The culprit is aiming that laser at you using every reflective surface in the area. We're going to use that to our advantage. The fact that a laser is bouncing around towards you means we can trace it back to its origin point. To do that, you need to get in the line of fire, but you have to time it well or else you'll get a hole burned right through your skull. You get what I'm asking here? As soon as that laser's got you, I want you to connect jump into it and dive inside. I'm not sure it works that way. If my thinking is correct, that laser is actually a type of digital wave. That would make more sense. Still dodging. If it is, the instant a beam of light hits something, it forms a connection with the origin point and establishes a faux network of sorts. That's what should make it possible for you to connect jump into it. I know it sounds crazy, but you're easily the luckiest person I've ever known. You can do it. Trust yourself and tackle this head on. Just concentrate. If anyone can do this, it's you. There we go. And in an alternate timeline, the Cyber Sleuth is just standing there with a hole in their heads. I'm not even sure if it could kill them, since they are, well, data.
Yeah, or, as we both know, they were probably done in some versions, lose the clothing. I think we both agree someone would have hoped for that.
Probably.
And with a different director, that would have happened. Luckily, it didn't happen here.
Okay, yeah, I should throw a healing item to Pika. Okay, Tankmon. You have any ideas for names for these, by the way? For the extras, I believe that.
And had idea for one? Had I one name? Just unsure who it would fit. It's a name you probably should be very familiar with, as it involved Dutch history.
h.a.n.d.
Who?
The reaction I expected.
Good appeal.
Yeah, we streamed that game a long while ago. Cross of the Dutchman.
It was last year even.
And I just remembered I was going to look up crossovers that Digimon did, so let me just continue with that. Since
I have another name on Dutch history I know of. I think it's more Frisian, perhaps? Radwood.
That one I don't recognize at the moment, and I set the timer for the wrong time. I set it for 2 hours instead of 4.
Yeah, from what I know, Radwood kicked a lot of French for trying to convert his people to Christianity.
Okay, I think I know who we would call after our after Pete here. Just gotta double check the spelling.
Uh-oh.
Okay, first off, let's check the other sides. There's a dead end a bit back.
and we're getting bonus XP from this. And I just realized Pika is high level. High. Very good level, we say.
Yeah. We probably should look at digivolving someone, like by the time they hit 50 or something, or 45. They've all got.
Yeah.
I've digivolved them down and up a bit, so that they all have enough ability points to hit Mega.
Yeah, even then I would say to just keep getting AP higher and higher for... So the stronger versions require you to have a very high EP, not just to the unlock, also have enough EP so high that you can train up enough ability, get enough trained to increase as stats high enough, like Lilithmon.
Yeah.
I got her to Lilithmon. I got to 100 EP just because she needed a lot of EP to begin with, but also she needed a lot of intelligence to evolve. And I overdid that part.
Okay, let's first check here. And a cursory look doesn't really list too many crossovers with Digimon. More crossovers between different games, series, and games and series and such, but nothing specifically on with other franchises. But
Yeah.
it is just a cursory look, so I might be missing stuff.
I think Digimon haven't really been doing that crossover to begin with other franchises.
Yeah, which is a bit of a shame.
Can be, but in some way it can also be good. But also, many things about Digimon did not release in the West.
Yeah.
But more and more are being to be released in the West due to from I have seen some videos pop up and mention in the thumbnail is that Digimon is having a renaissance or something. Like it's the latest games they done have been doing very, very well.
Okay.
So they are definitely getting more eager to release it worldwide again.
The last game that I've heard of that was released was Survive, I think.
Oh yeah, that I still to finish that one. I probably gonna need to do a second playthrough for. Only way to get a true ending of that is to do a second game plus to do the game plus on it.
Okay.
This is annoying, though. I recommend us to not stream it. Like, it's easier to grind levels on it. However, you will be dry. For it's a visual novel.
Yeah. Nothing against visual novels, but I typically play games with more active gameplay.
Yeah, it does have combat and all that, but it's a lot of reading. Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, not to disparage visual novels, but I do prefer more active gameplay. Which you could call me a bit shallow for that, maybe. But yeah, that's just how I prefer to play games. Again, not this. I've heard and seen very good visual novels. Oh, is this a dead end? I don't see if there's a connecting bit there. But yeah, it's just not much in my interest. That genre just isn't much in my interest corners.
Yeah, I have 2 visual novels.
Ooh.
And one of them is Digimon Survive. Like, I don't dislike these visual novels. I think they can be alright. But they're not even far from my main focus. But I will not. Here's the thing. While I do like Digimon Survive, I can not recommend it for streaming.
Yeah.
Or it be so much reading. And you will need to be very careful of you can see it almost all the time. Almost. This is the issue.
Okay, thought so. There's no actual connecting bit there.
And since you will need... And also the only way to get the perfect ending is to do a game plus.
Okay, similar to some of the Fire Emblems, I believe. Or at least
Yeah,
one
that-
Fire Emblem that I know of. Radiant Dawn.
I recognize the tech name.